7300 for remote. RSBA1 software from ICOM. And all the rest of the junk, the regular, I'm using my stepper, my 4-element stepper with 2 elements here on 40. I'm using my expert amp remote, stepper remote, wave node watt meter remote, green hair and rotator remote. So everything is remote, but those are the pieces of equipment. Over. Actually, the 7300 that you're running is a partial SDR, so it's already built in. It's pretty easy. I use it primarily for the remote capability with their software. So being that you have it, it's great. You could add their software and operate remote. But no, the SDR receivers are available on the internet. Search for them, and you can listen to yourself on them and see how you sound. If that's what you're interested in. That really has nothing to do with running SDR rigs or SDR software, so to speak. As you know, I guess, I don't know, we worked before there. I told you I might have worked you when I was running I have an full SDR radio from Apache Labs, and then a 7000. That's what I use while I'm at home. I don't operate that one remote. I don't have the software capability to operate that remote yet, but I do operate this remote. In fact, I just hooked up, that's why I came down here. One of the reasons I finished putting the finishing touches on my CW remote, which I also explain there on QRZ. And so I just tested it out. My first distant internet CW connection with my paddle. And it works. There is a delay. There is some latency to it. But I listen to the local side tone here, and it works fine for me. So that's probably about a 300, 400 millisecond latency to it, which isn't all that bad. And again, if you listen to the side tone, I don't know if you're into CW or not, but anyway. So it's all spelled out there. If you need any more information, get in touch with me. If you want to set up remote or whatever, it's not all that difficult nowadays. It's getting, as time goes on, it's getting easier and easier. So, thanks for the information. Yeah, we did see where the west side joins in 95. I tell you, it's nutsy in that running through 95 there, you try to follow the speed limit at 50 and 55. Yeah, I go a little bit faster, but then you get these guys zipping at 85 miles an hour around you and whatever, so I can't figure it out. No, H here, you got me beat by a couple of months. I think you're a few months older than me. I'll be 76 in November. WB0X K8NY, over.
work there, I'd have to work a mile from home. It'd be that simple. So I've driven in Atlanta, Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Paul, on the West Coast. Nothing like Washington, D.C. And what I don't like is I-4. I guess you probably get I-4 coming up in 95. I got to tell you, when I'm on I-4, I'm 5-car lengths, 6-car lengths behind anybody. There's more rear entries going on I-4 than any highway in the country. By the way, Bob, thank you for the rundown on your equipment there. By email, there's one of these things. So anyway, with a signal like that, you almost have to get in and say hello, you know. K8NY, I see the picture of you and your wife there, or your picture. I was on the beach. And did you say that's where your daughter lives, or that's where you're at now, over?
My daughter lives here. We're visiting with her. I love her QTH here, so I'll be in the pool tomorrow. I can guarantee you that. We got here about 5:45 today, and I did test out the pool water when it was 90 degrees outside, as you know. So yeah, I know where my daughter's QTH is. She's just north of. She's in Heathrow, just north of Orlando, as you know. We're right off. I guess 2 miles from west of I-4 here in the Heathrow Lake Mary area. So yeah, I know what you're talking about the. Trust me, I've lived in the Washington D.C. area long enough. Been there over 40 years. So and I came out of New York City and Long Island, and it was always rough there. But the worst traffic I think in the world is in the United States. It always has been Washington D.C. And in particular Northern Virginia, which has been, is, and always will be a nightmare. Catch you later, Frank. All the best. If any questions, let me know. And you have fun there as well. Great talking to you again, and nice to work you from here. We're not too far away. You can throw stones at you there up in Jacksonville. Anyway, have a good one. Catch you again. WB0X, K8NY remote from Heathrow, Florida, 73.
Just a quick final here. I wouldn't be telling you anything you didn't know, but it was at Christmas time, quite a few years ago, before we had a GPS. My wife was from over at this big college in Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania. So we come up 95. Sometimes we would go through D.C., take the loop around up to Baltimore, and then head west over to York in Pennsylvania. You probably know that route. Well, my wife was yelling at me because there's 2 loops, as you well know, an outer loop and an inner loop. And she said, you got to turn here and turn here. I said, no, it's next. Well, I was wrong. It was the inner loop that took me downtown to K Street or someplace down there. All these business people were walking back and forth in between the cars with briefcase and long trench coats, you know. It was just before Christmas and no GPS. So we had to call a family member over in Pennsylvania. It took us about 4.5 hours before we were doing 55 miles an hour again. So I never, ever go towards Washington, D.C. after that. That was my last experience. Bob, take care. It's always been nice to visit with you.
Okay, very good, Frank. Sorry about the mix-up in D.C. Yeah, it's really, you don't want to be in there, to be honest with you. Actually, the roads getting in there are the worst. In there is not all that bad, but as you know, you can suffer. Anyway, yeah, best bet, if you come on 95, get off. If you're, well, I don't know where in Pennsylvania. Well, you go to State College, meander off 95 like Fredericksburg, and take 17 over, and you pass by Winchester, Virginia, my place, up 81, and you can continue on to State College and miss everything that has anything to do with Washington if you go that way. I'm sure you also know that way because you did mention it. WB0X, K8NY, have a good one.
Have a nice evening, Bob. Take care. Been fun. WB0X, Rail, now clear.
Yeah, big signal, by the way, Frank. You're really running well up into West Virginia. This is K8NY clear and standing by for any of the calls. K8NY.
204 Mike,
Who's the station with Bravo? Alpha Bravo 1 Lima. A couple of guys calling there, 2 or 3 guys. Alpha Bravo 1 Lima. K8NY, that's Rick. Rick there. Hello, Rick. Refresh your memory, name is Bob. We're in, the rig is in, the rig you're working is in Summit Point, West Virginia, 5-9, over. Yeah, you're S9, over. You started to take a fade. You dropped down to S6. What am I? Your question was, what am I using at the present moment? Over. In front of me is a computer. Over. Garage. Yeah, I got a headset on. I can feed it in or take the headset out and I can talk into it. It's got a microphone. You know, all these laptops have microphones in. Yeah, If you look at my QRZ page, there's a picture of what I see. That's exactly what the question you asked. There's a question many ask, and the answer to the question is that particular photo on QRZ is what I'm looking at. Over. Yeah, there are many. I don't usually do it because I have external receivers here that I can copy myself, but I do like to listen and make sure that the audio sounds good. Yeah, if you just do a search for remote SDR sites or do a search for remote HF receiver or something like that. You should be, I don't get on them. I used to get on them, but I don't get them on them much anymore. But there's a whole bevy of them out there. They're all over the world. So if your signal's strong enough, you can copy yourself in Kathmandu, Nepal. Over. Okay, I'm not on your QRZ. I didn't know that, Rick. Oh, okay, so you're not too far from Frank there in Jacksonville, over. Let's copying him very strong. He had a very, very strong day, about 20 over 9. You're S9, you're dropping down with the QSB, Rick. What I'm using at my home site is the gear I described there, the ICOM, and then all the other things, all the other pieces. They're all sitting at my home site in West Virginia. The amplifier, the rotor, my stepper controller, a watt meter, a digital watt meter. So all that stuff is there, and that's being controlled remotely as well, along with the rig with software. So, nowadays it's not that difficult. I'm not a genius, and I don't know a lot of special things. I'm not an RF engineer or anything like that. I like digital stuff, but it's getting pretty simple nowadays. A lot of these Yaesu, Kenwood, ICOM, Flex is very big. The Flex makes it pretty easy to run remote. So, Elecraft, they're another one, and very big and remote stuff. So, just got to look around if you want to set up. Plus, there's a wealth of knowledge. There's all manner of user groups about this on any particular product that you might buy. In particular, I'm on the ICOM RSVA1 user group. RS-VA1 is the name of the software that ICOM makes to be able to do what I'm doing. That's what I'm using right now as I speak into it. And so there are user groups for this and just about any other pieces of software that allow you to transport your audio and receive audio digitally through the internet. So Anyway, yep, it's getting more and more common. I was just talking as we were driving down to Florida here today. I was just talking to the ex-wife in the car about how easy it's going to become and more prevalent in the future, I think, with a lot more hams doing this sort of a thing. It's really not rocket science anymore. AB1L, nice to meet you again, Rick. All the best. Thanks for the call from Florida, by the way. K8NY, you're working West Virginia via remote in Florida. Over. Your signal dropped down. Your signal's dropping down. But no, audio is fine on it. On all the icons is fine. So microphone doing a good job. Over. Roger. 73 to you. All the best, Rick, and we'll catch you again. Appreciate you saying hello to us again, and best wishes. This is K8NY, Kilo 8, November Yankee, K8NY, QRZ, and standing by. Kilo November, excuse me, I'm taking time here. Kilo November 4, Yankee Victor, I believe it was. Thank you for giving that to me phonetically. This is K8NY. Thank you for the call. I think you're about 5 and 9. I didn't really look at the meter as I'm trying to jump from window to window on the PC here. Name here, Bob. The station location is Summit Point, West Virginia, not too far from Washington, D.C. And I think you're 5 and 9 there, old man. Over. Okay, I'm sorry. First of all, I didn't get your name. You did drop down a little bit. I understand you're operating in the mobile. What's the name there? I did get you QTH, and what was the question? Over. Okay, John, and what was your question again? Over. Roger, right, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm sitting here looking at a laptop computer and operating everything with a mouse. Over. I'm operating an ICOM 7300 remotely. The transmitter, antenna, the rig, everything else, my whole station that I'm operating remotely is located in Summit Point, West Virginia. So you are speaking to a station in Summit Point, West Virginia. The operator, which is Bob, that's me, is in Heathrow, Florida. We're about 15 miles north of Orlando. And I'm working all of this through the internet and software. Over. Okay, John, very good. No problem. No problem in that. You did drop down quite a bit there. Hopefully, I'm running some high power here, so hopefully you're still able to hear me in your mobile. But yeah, we're operating everything remote. Kudos to you on the DMR. I just set up my DMR last week for the first time, so I'm also running DMR with my own hotspot. So having a lot of fun with that. It was a lot of fun. Catch you later. KN4, Yankee Victor, K8NY. All the best, 73, John. This is K8NY. K8NY. Clear. Standing by for any call.
K8NY. This is 419 Canada, Japan.
K9 Charlie Juliet. K9 Charlie Juliet. K8NY. Thanks for the call, Bob, out there in Chicago. Nice to hear you again. Name here also, Bob. We're located, station is located in Summit Point, West Virginia. You're 5'9 plus, over.
Oh, yeah, Roger. You're also 5'9 plus. You're about 20 over 9 here. And, yeah, you got everything right. All that. I got a quickie question for you. What is the time delay that you've got between when you're running remote like that?
Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's, ICOM has done a very good job with the software on minimizing the latency. So, I would say it's probably in the order of maybe 200 to 300 milliseconds. So 2 to 3/10 of a second, probably at the maximum. And I also run CW remote, and I can, I can see the latency and hear it, but yeah, it's about 200 to 300 milliseconds, so somewhere in that area, over.
Okay, I was curious. I'm a CW operator 95% of the time, and I've been thinking about doing, something like what you're doing, and I was curious, if you're doing 35 words a minute, does that really affect you that much?
Well, if you want to listen to me, if you want to tune me in right on this frequency, all I have to, because let's see, am I still connected? I have software. Yeah, I'm still, let me check here. Any other window? Am I still connected here, brother? What's going on? Let's see. Here we go. Yes, I am still connected. So my CW software is still connected. If you want to hear what I'll send about 30 words a minute, and you can take a listen to what it sounds like if you're open for that, over.
Yeah, go right ahead, Bob.
Now, you're going to have to tune me in there because ICOM, shifts off, but tune me in, and I'll give a little whatever. Let me see the key here. It's dark in the room here. Here's the key. Okay, and I got to get here on trend. I'm going to CW. K8NY2, we'll change the mode to CW.